Tonight's reality check. In the wake of multiple police-involved shootings this year, more pressure has been put on departments to focus on de-escalation training and racial profiling.
NBC 15's Jaysha Patel highlights how one of our local police departments handled an extremely dangerous situation last year without deadly force. She raises the question, can deadly force be avoided?
Daunte Wright, Isaiah Brown, Ma'Khia Bryant. Those names may sound familiar to you. That's because they were all people shot and killed this year after confrontations with police officers. The shootings are putting a spotlight on police actions. And tonight I have an up-close look at how one local police department diffused a potentially deadly situation. They say it's not always as easy as it sounds. On April 11th, just outside of Minneapolis, 20-year-old Daunte Wright was pulled over for an expired registration tag, but officers discovered he had a warrant against him. Body cam video shows as police attempted to take him into custody. Wright got back into his vehicle. 26-year police veteran Kim Potter shot Wright to death with her gun. She says she thought she had pulled out her taser.
What do you say to people that say, why do officers grab their gun before their taser?
I say that every situation is different. That certain situations that warrant it, you would go straight to a weapon. Each one of them you have to evaluate, you have to make a decision based on what you're encountering at that second. It's much easier behind a desk or on your couch to see what you see on TV and to make a decision on what you would have done, but you weren't there.
Spanish Fort Police Chief John Barber knows all too well how important making split-second decisions can be. 4 of his officers responded to an active shooter call at Bass Pro Shops last Labor Day weekend.
He just shot up the entire place. I mean, he literally shot through that door at least 50 times.
38-year-old Robert Smith Jr. had driven through the service entrance, where police say he reached for weapons in his car and even put on body armor. The 4 responding officers put on their active shooter kits, a helmet, additional body armor, and assault weapons. Smith was inside his vehicle when they approached. Chief Barber says they believe he was going to move around the front entrance of Bass Pro Shops, but stopped when he saw the officers approaching him. 4 officers, 1 dangerous situation, 2 ready to use guns, 2 ready to use tasers. But when danger's walking towards you, what would you choose?
We have one right over here by the Connex box. And it was myself that was right here. Another officer was just to my left, halfway in between here and the sidewalk. And the 4th officer was over here on the sidewalk by the pole right there where he had cover.
Sergeant Cameron Calloway is one of the officers who responded to the active shooter call. Calloway says when Smith saw officers approach him, he reached into his car, grabbed a cane, and started walking towards them. But officers didn't know if Smith had a weapon hidden on his body, and he was ignoring their commands.
But once he got close enough, and we realized and we still had patrol rifles on him, myself and the officer that was here knew that we was able to draw tasers and go ahead and eliminate the threat with the taser versus deadly force.
Calloway was the one who deployed his taser that took down Smith. He says it all goes back to training. The decision to use a taser rather than a gun was made easier knowing he had backup. But it's different when an officer is alone. Tasers, including in this situation, don't always work.
They deployed a taser a total of 3 times though. The first 2 times they fired at Mr. Smith, the taser was not effective.
Kim Potter learned the hard way in the Daunte Wright case. She used a gun instead of reaching for her taser. How does such a mix-up happen?
This is an X26P. As you can see, it's similar in shape. Definitely black is a lot of times what the guns look like, but it's still a taser.
Officers here are trained to have their gun on their dominant side and taser on their weaker side. In real life, in the heat of the moment, they say the decision-making is not that easy.
Lots of things can happen that prevent this from being what you expect, where you hit them with a taser, they go down, everything's done. It's not like TV.
Officers cannot control elements like layers of clothes and how fast someone is moving.
A pretty close distance. If for some reason this got to where it turned, where the subject's now combative, and I deployed my taser, in order for you to get the muscle incapacitation, so when you get that body to seize up and for that person basically unable to control themselves, you need a 12-inch spread between the probes. Right now, we got about 4.5 inches. So that would be ineffective.
At the end of the day, Chief Barber says the Bass Pro Shop shooting could have ended in a completely different way. He says officers across the nation are constantly evaluating situations and making split-second decisions.
That ain't right.
And now more than ever, they're under pressure.
The demands on a police officer today, and I don't think anybody would argue this, that the demands on a police officer today are the highest they've ever been. We require these men and women to make instant decisions. The decision of one officer can change not just a community, but the nation and an entire profession.
Chief Barber says he's planning to send one of his officers to become a trainer in de-escalation. That officer will come back and train others, hopefully sometime in June. Kim, Greg.